So I cannot believe it's already time for this, but I'm back with another empties video because we have a lot to go through. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Monica, and as you saw, I am back with another empties video. It has been a decent bit since I've done one of these. I wasn't actually planning on doing this video until after fall, but that was proving to be pretty much impossible as the bin that contains all of my empties was fully overflowing. I mean, you saw it at the beginning, but what you didn't see was all of the stuff that had already fallen out of it because like multiple things could not fit. And so it is time. We're taking a little break from fall content to go over my empties, and I'm gonna tell you what I would repurchase, what I have loved and continue to love, what I would not repurchase, all that good stuff. We have a lot to get through, so I guess without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start off with makeup, then skincare, and then go on from there. So let's just go ahead and get to it. So let's start off with the Fenty Eavesdrop Stick Foundation. I have loved this ever since it came out. I've talked about it an excessive amount on my channel, but for good reason. However, it has been dethroned by the Milani one as well as the Essence Stick Foundation, so I don't feel the need to pay this much for a stick foundation anymore. So I would not repurchase it unless I absolutely needed to and couldn't find the other two that I just mentioned, but I would highly recommend it because I love it so much. It is perfection, medium coverage, and it works so well over acne-prone skin as well as any dry patches. So I do love it, but like I said, it has been dethroned, so I personally do not see myself repurchasing it unless it's my only option. So then the next empty I'm going to talk about is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. Super long name. I did a foundation 5 series on this. I haven't done one of those in a while, but this was in the last one, and I was really into it for a while. The smell, I thought I was getting over, but every time I opened it after I hadn't used it for a bit, it was just really offensive. It's very fake watermelon-y, so it's hard to get past that. It does eventually go away on your skin when you wear it, but I just didn't find myself reaching for it because I found so many other things that I preferred over it. It is very high coverage though, but it is pretty dewy, so just be aware of that. So I personally would not repurchase this. Then I went through most of the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. Pretty sure that this has been discontinued. If it is still around, I don't know where you could get it, and it doesn't matter anyway because I personally would not repurchase it. There are just so many other things on the market that I think are better that I would get over this, so I would not repurchase this. I have a couple of tinted sunscreens that I'm actually going to kind of use as a way to flow between the makeup to the skincare category, so we're going to discuss those in a second, but we're going to finish off the makeup real quick. So I've got a concealer that you will not be surprised to see in here. This is the Catrice True Skin Concealer. It is my favorite concealer next to the Natasha Denona High Glam. I love this. This is in my fair shade Cool Cashmere. I have like 5 backups. Okay, I just love this so much. I'm wearing it today just in my tanner shade, and I love it. It is perfection. Catrice really knows how to do complexion products, especially when it comes to their under eye brightener and their concealers. Perfect medium coverage. Repurchase every day, forever and ever and ever. Could not see myself stop getting this. That was a terrible way to put it, but you know what I mean. Never say never, but I just don't see myself halting my repurchasing of this. So I went through some eye primers, one being the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. This is in their old packaging. I have loved this for many years. It has been dethroned by the Sigma one. That doesn't mean that I could see myself not repurchasing this. I definitely can see myself repurchasing it. It's pretty nice price. I think it's still $12, and it lasts you forever. It does a great job of canceling out your eyelids. If you're somebody with darker complexion, it does a great job of kind of lightening your eyelids so you can, make colors more vibrant. So I just love this so much. It is really good. Definitely could see myself repurchasing it. So I kind of already alluded to this. This is the Sigma eyeshadow primer. This is in the shade Ignite. I go between the shade Ignite and Persuade. Either one kind of works for me, and I love this so much. I get it on Amazon. It is more expensive than the Ulta one, but I love a crayon style eye primer because it's just so easy to put on. I don't have to squirt it on my hand or anything like that. So I know I would already repurchase this because I've already repurchased it to replace this one, and I love it. It's fantastic. Got quite a few mascaras. I'm gonna go ahead and go over my favorite one. This is the Essence Lash Without Limits mascara in brown. What can I say about this? Of course I would repurchase this. I love it so much. I'm wearing it today. It is what I wear every day. I could not have any other mascara except for this one, and I would be totally fine with that. It's also like $5, so it's great. I also love that their brown shade is a true brown and not like a brown black, because I just love that more natural look, even though clearly I'm not going for the natural look today. I just like my lashes to look a little bit less jarring on a day-to-day basis. So love this stuff. Definitely would repurchase, volumizing, lengthening, all of that good stuff. Layers well too. The mascara that I discovered around the same time that I discovered the Essence one is the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer. This is in a berry brown shade, and it is really nice. You can kind of see it kind of goes with my shirt. Very pretty. I got a lot of compliments on this when I wore it, but honestly, I was really loving it, and then it just was not quite drying out. So I used it up, but it would never get to the point where it wouldn't weigh down my lashes. I felt like it would make me look like I had pretty sparse lashes. Sometimes, not every time, but it was never a guarantee that my lashes were gonna look great with this, even though I love the color, so I would not repurchase this. If you're gonna get like that kind of tone mascara, I would get the Maybelline Sky High in Burgundy. So another mascara that I ran through is the Maybelline Surreal. Love this packaging. You know I love purple. I love the wand. It is so, so nice. This one, I think I got this in a brown black shade. It's pretty much black. It's really pretty though. I love that it kind of made my eyelashes look really plush, if that makes sense. So I would repurchase this. I could definitely see myself repurchasing it, if nothing else than for the packaging itself, because it's so cute. But while the Essence one is around, I don't see myself repurchasing it unless I was in like a pinch. So yeah. I finally ran through the e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara. This is the first e.l.f. mascara that I ever loved. I have loved, I think I loved another one. Maybe this was the only one. There's a new one I want to try from them. I'm getting really ADD'd right now. But I really do love this one. I felt like before this, their mascaras were very not great. This one was what set them apart from the rest of their mascara line. And it's great, volumizing, lengthening. I wouldn't necessarily say I would repurchase it unless, once again, I was in a pinch, because I have the Essence one. So yeah, but definitely one of the best mascaras in e.l.f.'s line. So I went through an e.l.f. Wow Brow. Love this stuff. This is literally what I wear on my eyebrows no matter what. It pairs so nicely with the e.l.f. Brow Pen, which I use every day. I have both of those in my eyebrows now. I'm in a growing period right now on the front of my brow, my reverse unibrow, where I'm growing them closer together and filling them in closer together. And with the e.l.f. Brow Pen and this together, my eyebrows are always looking good, and they look naturally fuller at the front rather than fake filled in, which is obviously what I'm doing. So of course I would repurchase this. Love it so much. I think that it's the best brow gel on the market, especially in this sort of realm. Not super sticky, but holds your brows so nicely. When my brows are set with this, they don't move anywhere. All right, some powders, one of which I'm gonna fly through because it's been discontinued. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder. This, I'm pretty sure, was completely replaced by the Blurfection, which I don't actually love, and so many people do. Maybe I need to try it again, but I didn't think it was that great. I wish they would bring this back. I have backups of this that I'm like nursing, but I do miss being able to purchase this. Obviously, I can't repurchase it. If I could, I totally would. It's fantastic. A loose powder that I love just as much as that L'Oreal one that is still around is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. It's just totally different from the L'Oreal one. The L'Oreal one was definitely a little bit lighter. This one packs a little bit more of a punch, provides more coverage than that one, so I just look for different things. That one and this one were constantly like back and forth for me. I was either grabbing that one or grabbing this one for years. I would totally repurchase this. I already have since I went through this, and I would repurchase it again. It is great. It is a holy grail for a reason. So I went through the Maybelline Superstay. I literally went through it. There's nothing left. This I really like. I'm trying to decide. I think I want to go back to the Essence Cover and Last Powder Foundation and see if that one is about the same as this one, because this one is significantly more expensive. I mean, in the drugstore realm, which is getting a little bit wider now. You know, there's a lot more things at drugstore price that is like close to $20. This one isn't quite up there, but the Essence one is also like $6. So I want to repurchase that one, see if I like that one just as much as this one, because that one was my favorite for a while. I would repurchase this. I already have to replace it, but I don't know if I love it enough to completely repurchase it if I find that the Essence one is just as good, if not better than this. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know where I stand right now with that, but I do like it. It is good. Should have probably mentioned this after my eye primer because it goes with that, but this is the Maybelline Single Shadow in Linen. I run through this all the time. I love it so much. One of my friends introduced me to it and I have never looked back. Before this, I was into Wet n Wild Brulee. This is just better. It lasts longer. It's super inexpensive, like $3.98 or something. I've already repurchased it. It's what I use to set my eye primer. Sometimes I go in with eyeshadow after that. Sometimes I don't. It just depends, but it helps me neutralize my eyelids because I have very veiny eyelids and it helps me look more awake. So 100% would repurchase it. Love this line so much in general. No surprise here, went through another Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in Innocent. I am always going through these. I use it pretty much every single day. It is just my absolute favorite. I'm wearing it under my lipstick today and I love it so much. So cannot say enough good things about it. Would obviously repurchase it. Have been repurchasing it for like nearly 10 years now. All right, we're going into tinted sunscreens to kind of lead us into the skincare category. So kind of last bit of makeup-ish, but this is the Tower 28 Sunny Days. As you can see, there's quite a bit in here. I'm so mad at myself. I had so much makeup at this point when I was like at the height of using this that I didn't use it fast enough before it expired. I would definitely repurchase this. I love it so much. They have such a great shade range. It is one of my top favorites. If I wear it, it is my foundation. So love this so much and could see myself repurchasing it, but not for the time being because of the next tinted sunscreen we're gonna be talking about, which is the Color Science one. This is the Flex Sun Forgettable Total Protection Face Shield. I love this stuff so much. I have already repurchased it. In fact, I'm almost done with my repurchase. It's not that this doesn't last a while. It lasts like 3 months of daily usage, but I just fly through it. I love it so much. I'm actually just wearing this on my face today with powder and bronzer and nothing else because that has become my daily makeup. You know what I mean? But even on days when I'm not doing like full makeup or even a little bit of makeup and I'm just putting on some skincare to go out the door, I will use this. It helps me look a little bit more even, but also it matches my face to my body. I self-tan my body throughout the summer and this kind of helps me match that because I don't self-tan my face because I break out from that. So love this. I'm already gonna repurchase it. When I'm filming this, it's Amazon Prime Day and it is in fact cheaper. Sometimes I think that Prime Day is a little bit of a scam, but this time it is actually like $15 cheaper, so I'm going to get probably one more in medium and then another one in light for when I'm transitioning into not self-tanning, which is coming relatively soon, and I gotta be honest, kind of excited about it because it's kind of a hassle, but I also like being tan. But when I'm wearing pants, I'm not gonna bother being tan. This has become a little bit of a tangent, and I'm sorry about that, but yeah, totally would repurchase this, highly recommend it. All right, so the Alastin Skincare Tinted Sunscreen, this was my favorite before I tried the Color Science one. I could see myself repurchasing it, but it does have some cons that the Color Science one kind of knocks this, like this is why this was knocked out, is because the Color Science one covers those, and this only has one shade, okay? The Color Science one, though it doesn't have as many shades as the Tower 28 one, it does have a decent shade range for what it is, and this one only has one. I can only wear this when I am tan. Outside of that, it does not match without like mixing something else. So I wouldn't repurchase it necessarily unless they came out with more shades, and then I would consider it because I do love it outside of that issue, even though I do still think that the Color Science one is better. Do you know what I mean? Okay, maybe you understand. It's on the table to repurchase. It's a game time decision in those moments. All right, now we are fully into skincare. I'm gonna start off with my La Roche-Posay Retinol Eye Cream. I have been using this since I was like 22, okay? I understand I am 28 now, and I understand that maybe that was a little early, but everybody's doing preventative Botox, so I'm gonna use my Retinol Eye Cream. And I do think that it makes a difference, okay? I have decent genetics, like my family members have never really looked their age, which is really nice for me. But I do think that me doing some preventative measures has helped as well. The retinol in here, I don't have any really fine lines, crow's feet or anything like that. And so I love this stuff. Of course I would repurchase it. It is 100% worth the like $45 it is. It lasts almost an entire year. And so I love it so much, would definitely repurchase it and highly recommend it. I guess I can go ahead and talk about my Can Make sunscreen because I did already talk about the Alastin. Probably could have like flowed that in. But I love this stuff. This is great. It has kind of been replaced by the Beauty of Joseon Aqua Sun Relief, I think is that full name, because that one is a little less glowy and is just pretty much just maintains the actual finish of your skin. But I do love this one. It is great. It is a Japanese one in comparison to the Beauty of Joseon one, which is Korean. Neither one of them have coverage, but they provide so much SPF protection because they're both 50 plus or whatever. And so love it. Definitely could see myself repurchasing it if I couldn't get my hands on the Beauty of Joseon one. And in case you're wondering, I am talking a lot about tinted sunscreens. When I am wearing a tinted sunscreen as my face makeup, I go in first with a neutral sunscreen with no coverage or anything like that before, so I make sure I'm getting an adequate amount of sun protection, which is, ooh, of course that would happen to me. I'm literally the clumsiest person ever. So yeah, I would do that with this, and I'm doing it with the Beauty of Joseon one now, and I think I do like that one more than this. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I got on a tangent. Would repurchase if I couldn't get my hands on the Beauty of Joseon one. That's where we're at. I went through some cleansers. First, we have the Aveeno O Cleanser in the refillable pack. I cannot stop buying this. It is so perfect, literal perfection, and I have no notes. It is hydrating, it doesn't irritate, it's not heavy. You get 2 bottles worth in this pack, and right now for Prime Day, I'm going to repurchase it. It's like $10, and the like regular bottle, which is half of this, is like 12. So I love this so much. Definitely repurchase it. It's fantastic as a good neutral cleanser that doesn't really mess with your skin but does a nice little bit of hydrating. So I've been loving the CeraVe Renewing Salicylic Acid Cleanser. I love this stuff so much. I have already bought a bigger bottle of this. I know people have their feelings about CeraVe cleansers and probably their skincare in general, but when I find something that works, I don't really mess with it because my skin is so sensitive that I'm not going to be like, oh, if this doesn't work for somebody else, I'm not going to use it for myself. I have really been loving this. It has replaced the benzoyl peroxide one that I was using from them, and I do like this one better. I feel like my skin has been a little bit more stable on this, knock on wood, and I love it. Like I said, I already got the big one. I'm going to try one from Round Lab, like a salicylic acid cleanser. I have that in my rotation to try next, so I'll let you know about that. But right now I am loving this and totally would repurchase it. I already have. All right, let's do some serums. Went through the Glow Maker serum from Maylove. It's a vitamin C serum or antioxidant serum. It's got like ferulic acid, all that good stuff. Love this, have repurchased it. It's so lightweight, it's very watery. It's perfect for under makeup, under other skincare. It doesn't pill, and I do think it brightens my skin. So definitely repurchase it. I have like 500 times. The Ordinary Rosehip Seed Oil. This isn't quite a serum, but it is a nice finishing touch to my skincare at night. It's a little bit heavier, but it does absorb so nicely. It helps with transitional times. Like right now we're going between like summer and fall. We're almost fully into fall, at least where I live. I mean, I know it's technically fall, but like I'm talking about weather-wise, and this is helping that transition when my skin gets a little bit drier. So I love this, have repurchased it. It's a great topper at the very end of your skincare routine at night. Of course, I went through another CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol Serum. I really need to get into tretinoin, but honestly, this has been working so well that I'm like so afraid to change it up because I love this on my skin. I've been using it for several years now, like I think upwards of like 5 at this point, and I have not strayed because it's so good. So I would repurchase it. I think it does a great job of anti-aging and kind of keeping your skin at bay, and I just love it. So yeah, I would repurchase it. All right, I went through some eye creams. The first being the Skin Fix Barrier Triple Lipid Eye Cream. I love this. It was my absolute tip-top favorite for a while until I tried the Neutrogena one, which I'm working through my first bottle now, and it's taking me forever. That one is basically this one, but it's in a tube. So it's a little bit easier. You're not like sticking your finger, and it's easier to pack. I love it. I'm not going to be repurchasing this one because I found that one, unless that one gets completely discontinued or I can't get my hands on it and I'm kind of in a pinch. I went through a little sample of the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Eye Cream. It's fine. Would I repurchase it? I mean, I didn't really purchase this. It was like a free sample. I wouldn't purchase it myself. It's just not as good as the Neutrogena one. It's not as good as the Skin Fix one. It's fine, but it's not great, so I would not. All right, got the CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream. You know I love this. You know I'm gonna repurchase it. You know I already have repurchased it. It is fantastic. I have sensitive skin, acne-prone skin, and once again, when I find something, even from CeraVe, that I love, I'm not really gonna stray. It is perfection. It is, I am sorry I keep saying that. I don't know why. I think because I've been rewatching Friends and I can't get gum is perfection out of my mind. But I do love this so much and would repurchase it. It is fantastic. I've also heard that it's good if you go on Accutane as well. I cannot personally attest to that. I'm not on Accutane, never have been, but I have heard great things about it for that as well. So before we move on from the skincare category, I've got 2 different acne patches I went through. One from Hero. This is their jumbo pack. It's got 72 patches. It lasts me forever. I love this so much. Would repurchase it, do repurchase it. They're the best. They really are. I did try out the CeraVe ones though. These are relatively new and I liked them. They're not as adhesive as the Hero patches, and that sounds like a good thing that these wouldn't be as adhesive, but the beauty in the Hero ones is that they are adhesive, so they really do block out anything from getting on an active breakout or an irritated area of your skin. I also have used the Hero ones for a cold sore. I get cold sores up like right here. not on my lip. If you haven't ever done that, do it. Do it if you have a bug bite. Pimple patches are great for more than just pimples, and I have tried them for every different reason I can think of, and I'm telling you, they're great. I kind of got on a tangent. I don't think I would repurchase these because the hero ones are there, but they are the best ones that I've tried besides the hero ones. So if I couldn't get my hands on those, I would get these in a pinch. So we have so much hair care that I need to go through, so I'm gonna try to fly through this as quick as possible. Some of these things you've already seen, some of them are new. We'll get to it. First, we're gonna start off with this dry shampoo from Schwarzkopf. I'm sorry. This is their blonde one, and it is a foam. I don't use dry shampoo anymore. I just wash my hair more. I got tired of it. I never felt fully clean. This was the cleanest I felt with a dry shampoo because it was foamy and not like a spray. And I didn't feel like it was completely drying my hair out. I have dry prone hair as it is, so my hair can look drier depending on what I do to it. And so I loved this when I was using it for it. I don't think you have to be a blonde to use it because it's just a white foam. They may be indicating that it might leave like a cast if you have darker hair, so just keep that in mind, but I do highly recommend it, and it does smell really good. I'm just not going to repurchase it unless I just absolutely need to because I'm just not into dry shampoo anymore. This was another dry shampoo. Honestly, I used this a couple of times, did not like it. I don't like the smell of Living Proof products. They smell like face masks to me. It's kind of funny because Thomas thinks they smell good, but I don't like them. They smell very clay, and the smell does not go away. So did not love this, would not repurchase it. This is the Amika Perk Up Plus Extended Clean Dry Shampoo. I think this is their like very, very like dry shampoo. Do you know what I mean? Like the one that's like a step above their regular one. I liked it. If I'm gonna pick a dry shampoo, it's gonna be from Ava NYC and Amika if it's gonna be in this format, like a spray. But like I said, I don't use them anymore, so unless I absolutely was just needing one in a pinch, I'm not gonna repurchase it, and that applies to this as well. All right, so now I'm gonna do some heat protectants. I'm gonna start off with this little mini. This is the Beach Waver Great Barrier Heat Protectant. I love this. It isn't quite as strong as the next one I'm gonna talk about, but I got tired of just buying the small one, so I finally ordered a big one. You can't get the big one in store, at least not near me, so I did have to order it online, unfortunately, but I have small ones on hand for when I travel. I have the big one on hand for at home. I love it. It is perfect. It's great if you're not looking for a super, super sticky holding one, but still holds your hair relatively nicely. Do you know what I mean? So I would repurchase it. I already have. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is the Paul Mitchell Hot Off the Press Heat Spray, Heat Protectant Spray. It is a hairspray style just like the last one. I love this one. It is definitely for a stronger hold. If you need a grit in your hair to hold it all day, this is the stuff for you. I use it pretty much every time I curl my hair because I do have quite wavy hair. I mean, you can kind of see that what I'm working with is, especially at the top, I have like the waviest waves at the top of my head, like the crown area. And so I definitely feel the need to use a little bit of a stronger hold to keep those ironed out and to make my hair look as perfect as possible. So I love this. I have already repurchased it. I'm using that one right now, and I would repurchase it again. And then a heat protectant, also from the Paul Mitchell line, that I used up, that I put in my hair when it's wet because I am like obsessed with heat protectant, is this. This is the NeuroStyle Prime Blowout Primer. I put this in my hair, like I said, when it's wet. It is fantastic. It smells kind of like trees, and I kind of love the smell. But I do love it so much. I think they've changed the packaging. Hopefully they haven't discontinued it completely because it is the best in this format, in my opinion. So hopefully that's not the case, but I do love it so much. Recommend it for any hair type. It doesn't really lean one way or another with being super moisturizing or anything like that. So I think it's a pretty neutral one that you can use in your hair. And then you can use other products to bring back moisture if you need to, or take it away, I guess. You know what I mean. So definitely would repurchase it. Will continue to repurchase it as long as it is available. Hopefully it is. So went through my Davines all-in-one milk. I finally repurchased this, guys. You know that I was trying to, well, maybe you don't. I was trying to work through my day styling cream because I just don't want to have too many of the same things on hand, but I realized they're not the same thing. So I finally, I mean, I'm almost done with the day anyway, but I finally repurchased this and I have missed it. It is fantastic. It smells so good. It is great if you have drier hair. I mean, I think it'd be a little bit too oily and heavy for people with finer hair, but it is perfect if you have thick hair, and it smells so good. Through my Pattern Mousse, I finally got the big version of this because it is great. It smells like fresh cut bananas, not faux bananas. It smells so good. I love it so much. I use it with my wavy hair routine, and it is my favorite mousse I've ever tried, so I definitely will repurchase it. Like I said, I already have, and I've gotten the big one now. Let's talk about some shampoo and conditioner. Redken Extreme Shampoo Conditioner. Love this stuff. It is great for strength protein. I love it. I use it every other week, twice a week, because I now wash my hair twice a week, and it is great. It does wonders for growing your hair, especially after any sort of heat or bleach damage. I cannot recommend it enough. And if you continue to dye and bleach your hair after you've gotten it healed, this is a power combo for that, coupled with what I'm going to talk about next. Oh, by the way, totally would repurchase that if you didn't get that. This is the Kenra Moisture Shampoo. I'm not quite out of my conditioner from this line yet, but what I do is I use a strength shampoo and conditioner 1 week, twice a week, then the next week I do moisture. I've talked about this, I've beaten this into the ground so many times, and that is what keeps my hair healthy, even if I decide to balayage it, which I do about once a year, and I love it. So, and it does help protect or at least combat against heat as well, so that way if you do use heat, you're not completely destroying your hair. At least I haven't experienced that. All right guys, I don't even know how I've waited this long. It hasn't even been that long, but I don't know how I waited this long to talk about this. This is the Jisoo Honey Gloss Ceramide Therapy Hair Mask. Oh my gosh, if you're looking for a nice, nourishing, thick, recovery hair mask that is moisture based, this is the one for you. I have recommended this to Sephora employees when I've repurchased it. I have recommended it to my mom, to anybody that wants to listen to me talk about it. It is fantastic. I don't think I will ever be purchasing another hair mask unless I'm just trying one out, because I love this so much. I can't live without it. I look forward to hair wash day when I know I'm gonna use this. I just used it yesterday and I was so excited. I use it like I've always used hair masks, except for it is just better. It's the best. It smells so good. It's so nourishing. When my hair is needing a little spiffing up, a little bit of extra love and TLC, this is what I look forward to. I do use it every 2 weeks as my treatment for when I'm doing my moisture routine, and I love it so much. Highly recommend it if you have bleach damage, if you just need to revive your hair, if you've put a lot of heat on it, all of the above, or if you just want to give your hair a nice spa treatment. This is the stuff. Love it so much. I cannot recommend it enough, and I have already repurchased it. All right, on to personal care. I'm going to start off with some body stuff. We're going to actually start off with self-tan stuff. One being the Saint-Tropez self-tan mitt. I have kind of referenced this in one video, my most recent favorites video, that this isn't holding up the way it used to. It's like split, it's so messed up. I do beat them up, but these used to last me an entire season, and now I have realized that I was like buying it at a rate of like, I mean, once every month. I finally have just figured out a way to wash it gently, which is really inconvenient, but I love the feeling of this. If you have one that's similar to this, because I kind of stick with what I know when it comes to self-tanning. I do try stuff, but once I figure something out that works, I don't like to mess with it too much. So if you have a favorite self-tan mitt that's similar to this in texture and just the format, let me know, because I've been kind of disappointed with it this year. So, I mean, I am repurchasing it, but I'm not loving the repurchasing of it, if you know what I mean. Let's talk about my self-tanner and self-tan eraser themselves. You know I love the Bondi Sands Ultra Dark. I cannot talk enough about it. I think I kind of also referenced in that favorites video that the Ultra Dark is where it's at. The regular dark makes me have seriously bad BO, and I'm not a stinky person to start with. So if I was, I would be scared. But I remember like I used the dark on vacation to kind of just like revive my self-tan halfway throughout it, and I was like, can Thomas smell me? I think I smell. And I did, and I was putting on so much deodorant. Nothing, it was like nothing could help that. This does not leave you with that. It's better than that one. That one doesn't get nearly as dark, and frankly that one gets a little bit patchier faster and just goes on different. So I love this, would recommend this over all other self-tanners personally, but especially the dark. So I've repurchased this 100 times at this point. The self-tan eraser from Bondi Sands is absolutely necessary. If you are a religious self-tanner like I am during the warmer months, then you need this to scrub off an old self-tan to prepare for when you self-tan again. I'm planning on using my current one of this that is not empty tonight to scrub off my self-tan, so I'm ready to self-tan again tomorrow and just have a nice fresh slate. I think that it's so important to get off all of it, because I have noticed if I haven't gotten off a past self-tan completely, it definitely does mess with my upcoming self-tan. So this is absolutely necessary. I've heard it's worked on spray tans as well. I can't attest to that because I've actually never gotten a spray tan, but it is great. You literally don't even have to let it sit that long. It says 5 minutes. Sometimes I just wait until it stops foaming, if that makes sense, and my body just is completely foamless. This is weird, but maybe you understand what I'm saying. to just hop in the shower and I just scrub with my Saint Tropez scrubber, and then it completely takes it off, no splotchiness, nothing at all, and it's great. And you don't have to work hard, and you don't have to beat your skin up, which is why I love it so much. Let's go over some body wash. I have been really into the native body washes. I first tried Cotton and Lily, which is definitely a more springy, summery scent, and I'm currently on a kick with the sandalwood, I almost said santalwood, but sandalwood and shea butter. And this is such a good neutral scent. If you're looking for a gender neutral scent, this is great. It smells, I mean, it can smell feminine, it can smell not so feminine, so I love it. But every time I use this, Thomas tells me that it smells so good in the bathroom and that I smell good, so I appreciate that. This I'll be bringing back when it gets a little bit more springy and summery again outside, but I think I'm just gonna stick with this for the fall and maybe even the winter. Love it. It's such a good neutral body wash for if you self-tan. If you're just wanting something no nonsense, this is great. It doesn't mess with your self-tan at all. It doesn't make it wash off quicker. I can't say enough good things. So I would definitely repurchase those. I went through the Rare Beauty Fine Comfort Lotion. This smells so good. I love this scent so much. It's like a lemony scent. I have the perfume that came out with it, and now it's been discontinued, and I'm very bitter about it. I can't even get it out. I'm so bitter. I really enjoyed this. I wouldn't use this for self-tan because I did feel like it kind of made it fade a little bit faster, but in general, moisturizing, it's a nice light lotion that soaks in nicely so you don't have like a film over you. So if this were available to repurchase, it might be, I'm not entirely sure. I could see myself repurchasing it like when I'm not self-tanning and I just want a light lotion, but at the same time, what I'm going to talk about here in a second, I would get over this one, so I'm on the fence. I was really on a kick for the Beekman 1802 Pure Goat Milk Body Cream. This was what I thought was the end-all be-all of body lotions for self-tan, and just in general, I felt like it held onto my self-tan so nicely, and I kept repurchasing, and I was like, I'm so tired of repurchasing something that is so expensive because it was nearing $50. So I finally just went to the drugstore, and I got this. This is the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Body Lotion. And I was like, it's fragrance free, it's not gonna interfere, this one's fragrance free. And I just really loved having fragrance free lotion so it doesn't get in the way of my deodorant smell and my perfume smell and all that good stuff, because I don't like having too many smells. It's distracting and it makes me nauseous, and probably other people. But when I tried this, I was like, oh, this does not hold a candle to this. This is fantastic. It is a little bit lighter in that it's a lotion, but it also means that it spreads easier and it does not require as much effort rubbing it in. So I've repurchased this like 3 times at this point. This one I would not repurchase it unless I was in a pinch. But yeah, this one is where it's at. There's a reason why self-tan and spray tan people have been raving about this for years. Don't even bother, it's a holy grail for a reason. Repurchase, not repurchase. You know I love my mouthwashes. I've talked about them quite a bit. I use the Gum Therapy from Listerine in the morning just because I like to take care of my gums as well as my teeth, even though I think that all mouthwash probably does that. I just love to use this in the morning. It feels a little bit brighter. That sounds weird, but maybe you understand what I'm saying. This is the Equate Anti-Cavity Mouthwash. I use this at night, every single day and night. Morning, night, every single day, never stray. It's a nice way to end my teeth cleaning routine. Whatever. We are just about done, folks, so let's go ahead and talk about some candles. All of my candles are from the same company. We're gonna do a little rundown. We've got Golden Bell Fresh Linen. We've got Golden Bell You Had Me at Coffee. Golden Bell Soft Sugar. Isn't this the cutest component? And then we have this from Duke's Customs, which is the men's line under Golden Bell, and this is the one in Vintage Bungalow. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this, all of these I would repurchase. This one, after the holidays and fall season, will be going back into bathrooms because it is the perfect bathroom scent. This is Fresh Linen. This is the perfect kitchen scent. You Had Me at Coffee. It's not too sweet and nauseating, and it's perfect for the kitchen. Soft Sugar, it can be a bedroom scent, it can be a living room scent. It's a little versatile. It can even go in an office. I love it. And then the Vintage Bungalow was one that Thomas picked out himself, and gosh, it smells so good. It smells like men's cologne. I have already repurchased some stuff from these specific candles, and I've already purchased more stuff from her entire company as it is because I love her. Golden Bell is one of my favorite candle companies. I have 2 Golden Bell, and Bailey V Golden Bell is very local to me, so I can't say enough good things, and I just adore the owner, Brittany. So yeah, would 100% repurchase, and I cannot believe we're finally done with all the empties. I feel like this was a really long video though. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I do feel like it was a long one, so if you stayed to the end, thank you. I'm sorry it was kind of long. Like I said, I couldn't hold off on doing this video any longer because it was just getting to be too much. I actually keep my empties in a bin in a closet over there, and the closet was having a hard time actually closing. So that's what we were looking at, and that's why I had to take a little break from fall content, but we'll be back at it. So hopefully you didn't mind kind of doing this. I hope you enjoyed the format of this, kind of in a purchase or pass or repurchase or pass way. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that format, and if you did, please let me know. I love doing these kinds of videos. I personally love watching these kinds of videos, so I've always enjoyed doing empties videos for my audience as well, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you have not already. If this does happen to be the first time that you're stumbling across my channel, definitely go check out the rest of it, see if you like what I put out there. Like I said, I'm right in the middle of fall content besides this video, and we have done so many fallish things over here. So if you're in the autumnal mood, definitely go check out my most recent videos, and also just check out my fall playlist overall. I have fall videos from the past in there as well mixed in, and there's a good bit in there. So if you're just in the mood for fall and you want to get cozy and comfy, definitely go check that playlist out. And if you do happen to check out my channel and like what you see, definitely subscribe like I said already. I'd love to have you become a part of my family over here long term. But for now, that is it. So I'm going to wish you guys the best rest of your day, and I will go ahead and see you guys in my next video.